One of the most important aspects about Roblox is avatars. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some major avatar updates as well as popular trends from the year 2006 all the way up to 2023. Avatars have definitely changed throughout the years, with some trends being popular due to pop culture and some due to memes. This is the story of those trends. This is the history of Roblox avatars. Let's go back to the start. The year is 2006 and Roblox is a brand new company. At the time, the internet is still tons of people making personal websites about themselves. Twitter, Reddit, and Flickr have only been around for about a year, and YouTube has just been acquired by Google for the small price of $1.65 billion. And then along comes Roblox. The two founders, David Baszucki and Eric Castle, started the company in 2004 in San Mateo, California, just north of headquarters of places such as Google, Netflix, and Apple. When making their video game, David and Eric needed an object that the player would move, which brings me to 2006 Roblox avatars were extremely simple, as Roblox was a brand new company and focused more on recruitment rather than letting their current player base customize things. 2006's avatars were mostly default avatars such as the infamous noob avatars. The only 3 accounts that I could find that still had archives of their 2006 characters were Builderman, Pokerman29, and Digital Messiah, one of Shadletsky's many alt accounts. Other than those accounts, these are the only variants of 2006 avatars that I could find, but if you know any more, please let me know in the comments. 2007 is where things get interesting. Like I mentioned previously, back in 2006, avatars were very basic with minimal details and variations. This was the year that Roblox avatar customization truly started, given that their player base had desupled from 2006 to roughly 12,000 players. But to first understand how this all started, let's go back to January 2007, and to explain this part, I'm gonna let me from the past explain it. On January 17th, 2007, Shadletsky posted a message to the Roblox blog announcing a furniture designing contest. The goal was simple: design and furnish this home and get your dream avatar. While that may not sound very incentivizing in this day and age, Roblox avatar customization was very limited in 2007. You couldn't wear any shirts or anything that we have today. You would just get selected to wear a pre-chosen combination of colors on your body. However, Roblox employees could change their avatar using a model and then turning their character into that model. 9 people ended up winning, including famed developer Mike and future administrator Mr. Doombringer. These are all of the avatars that were made by the winners of the contest. Since there were no avatar customization rules, players like Rox25 made his body half translucent. Other people like Mike made their avatars shiny gold. However, making your avatar in Roblox Studio comes with some problems. Mike, who I had mentioned previously, forgot to anchor his model, which meant any players in a game that had the move tool could remove Mike's body parts. Mike said players would remove his torso, causing him to fall apart, then build little houses out of his legs and arms. In this clip, I explained how Shadletsky hosted a building tournament where the prize was a dream avatar. I also mentioned how you had to use a model and then turn the player into that model. Because modern customization wasn't released until March of 2007, the only way you could possibly have a different avatar than a default avatar was if one of the admins changed your avatars, which is how winners of the contest were awarded. Telemon was one of the only accounts who had a customized avatar prior to this contest, with this being his avatar a couple days before the contest started. The avatars that were made for winners of the contest are some of the only variations of avatars with certain properties, such as Rox25's half-translucent avatar, or Mike's shiny reflective material. So aside from these 9 winners, along with a select few moderators and admins, every single Roblox avatar was one of these 3 types. But that was only until March 2007, where we'll see how Roblox avatars were really released. On March 8th, 2007, David Baszucki released a message on the Roblox blog asking Roblox users if they could identify these 6 users who were the first users to have created their own custom shirts last night. But wait just a second. First 6? The first 9 were 2 months prior in the Happy Homestead Furniture Designing Contest. Many have speculated that David simply did not want to acknowledge this contest at all, and that's the reason he did not acknowledge the contest winners here. Regardless, later in the blog, David asked the Roblox community what they would like to see in the future avatar updates, and as far as I'm concerned, every single one of these has come true. The first kinds of avatars were very basic, with Roblox players being allowed to upload t-shirts and put them on their body. The only customization that I know of from this time period are being able to change shirts and being able to customize your body colors. Common example of these kinds of avatars were One Waffle One, Stickmaster Luke, Reese McBlocks, and Fleshka Gerda, who all had the simple avatars with a shirt and various body colors. Skipping ahead 2 months, Chudnow teases the release of hats in late May 2007. This was a major breakthrough after multiple failures with head-related items, including this hair. Back to the video, it shows Chudnow playing on an alt account while modeling various early hats that were added to Roblox. The entire video is 43 seconds long with barely any sound, just a few footsteps and jumping sounds here and there. In this clip, Chudnow is wearing a basic avatar, a random decal and a couple varying body colors, very similar to common avatars of the time. 7 days later, on May 30th, 2007, the very first hat goes on sale, which happens to be the purple banded top hat, which was shown in the video. And so, for the rest of 2007, most avatars were pretty basic, with people most likely having abstract body colors, a random graphic on their t-shirt, and one of the few hats that there were at the time. But now 2007 is over, so let's move into... For the first few months of 2008, nothing really happened with avatars. Roblox was too busy hosting competitions, advertising their games on different websites, and writing the Roblox Review. If you don't know what the Roblox Review was, it was basically a magazine-esque thing that Roblox players would receive monthly. It was run by a user named PC Wiener, also known as Comrade Microwave in later years. In the January 2008 issue, there was a small snippet detailing a hat uploaded to former intern Clockwork's account. Because of a contest going on at the time titled Builderman's Place Design Contest, players simply thought that it was a hat for contest winners. But you guessed it, it wasn't. The next day after the article, the hat, which many of you now know to be the Valkyrie helm, or Valk for short, was published on the Roblox website for the small price of 30,000 ticks. Now don't worry if you don't know what ticks is, that's for a whole nother video. But in 2008, 30,000 ticks was roughly 15,000 Robux. So you could purchase the very first Valk in 2008 for 15,000 Robux, when today the same Valkyrie is going for 254,000 Robux. So if you haven't guessed, this was the very start of limiteds, one of the Roblox avatar items that would pioneer through the years. We'll talk more about limiteds later. But moving past Valkyries and all that, let's explore April 2008. On April 24th, Roblox added classic shirts and classic pants, and guess what was used to announce it?
Roblox. Shirts and shirts. Shirts and shirts.
Roblox
and shirts.
Roblox shirts.
This is the famous video that played a pretty large role in the history of avatars. If you've been living under a rock, this is the video used to announce classic shirts and classic pants, and it is called Shirts and Pants, of course. The video was uploaded to the Chudnow channel by Roblox's creative director, John Chudnow. Unlike previously mentioned clothing pieces, these articles of clothing would wrap around the entire torso of the player, unlike the newly renamed t-shirts that were just on the front. This was one of, if not the most important changes in Roblox avatar history. During this time, iconic pants such as the Chainsaw Man pants and General Pants Pilot Wars were created, and for some reason were set to free. Now the weird thing is with pants back then, is that pants always had a minimum of 5 Robux. So why are these 2 pants free, although still up on the Roblox website? The truth is, no one really knows. These pants have always been an iconic part of Roblox's history, but nobody knows how they're free. Maybe some glitch, or maybe a Roblox employee's secret account, but we may never know for sure. So who is the guy that made the Chainsaw Man pants? He is famous for making the iconic Chainsaw Man pants, also known as the Bloody Diarrhea pants for Roblox YouTuber Flamingo, in May 2008. The Chainsaw Man pants were one of the most iconic yet puzzling clothing items on Roblox. For one, why is it free? All Roblox items on the catalog, excluding t-shirts that aren't made by Roblox, should be at least 5 Robux. 2, why is this one of the only people who were allowed to have a pants item that was free? Well, I did some digging, and I found some things that were fairly interesting. For starters, he has a wrap of 1.6 million, including tons and tons of old hats from 2008 and 2009, which is quite a lot. Second, he has made tons and tons more clothing than this, however all of those are either off sale or 5 Robux. So it just perplexes me why him and people like RoboBliz, the creator of General Pants Pilot Wars, were allowed to make these pants for free, as they just seem like regular Roblox players. But however they did it, they certainly left their mark on the Roblox community. If you have any more info on these pants, please let me know in the comments below. The last thing I'm gonna mention about 2008 is that on December 18th, 2008, heads were added to Roblox. They added multiple iconic heads, such as the block head, the barrel head, and the roundy. In total, they added 13 different heads in December 2008 and an additional 3 more in February 2009. I'm sorry how insanely lackluster and uninformative those first 3 years were. I rushed them before an awards night that I had all the way back in September. Yes, this video has been in production since this video. And I feel like that part was not my best work, but now I have that last month motivation, so expect better explanations, facts, and photos from here on out. In 2009, many important updates happened to avatars. For starters, on January 14th, 2009, faces were released onto the Roblox marketplace. Around 20 faces were released on this day, with some notable ones including the Chill face, Check It face, Fearless face, and the Gleeve face. When announced in a blog post the night after, Chudnow mentioned that they had 30 more faces drawn by professional artists that were to be released in the next couple of weeks. Over the course of the rest of 2009, 115 faces were added, with notable ones including Finn McCool, Silly Fun, and, unfortunately, Stitchface, resulting in around 608 faces on the catalog as of February 2024. As well as faces in early 2009, on February 1st, the last 3 original heads were released, those being P-Brain, Fathead, and Diamond. Moving into the latter half of 2009, it introduced some of the most popular limited items ever to exist. Some popular ones include the Rubber Ducky in March, Builders Club hard hats in June, and the perfectly legitimate business hat in December. As mentioned previously, 2009 introduced an age of more customization on Roblox, with around 170 limiteds being uploaded to Roblox in 2009 alone. Thanks to this photo from user YellowT3A on the Roblox subreddit, we can see some very common Roblox avatar items from 2009. First off, I'd like to mention how 99% of the accessories in this photo are accessories that you can equip for your head, with this waffle guy on the left being the exception. This was because while avatar customization was better than it was back in 2007, it still hadn't exceeded past the point of clothes and something to wear on your head. That's why popular accessories from this time are the golden crown, the brown cowboy hat, and the unfortunately infamous bigger head. More on that later. If you didn't actually know, these are all avatars that have been a popular part of Roblox's early history. The blocky avatar that has a radioactive shirt, the toothy deer, and the waffle guy are 3 avatars that can be seen throughout the 2009 Roblox trailer. They are most likely just alt accounts of Roblox employees that were made for the filming of that trailer. The person wearing the Stanford shirt that's next to the waffle guy is the account used for the filming of the Shirts and Pants trailer mentioned previously in 2008. And all the way on the right side, the cowboy avatar that you can see was actually once the avatar of Reese McBlocks, one of Roblox's only employees who's been there since 2007. Most of these accounts are admin accounts, as admin accounts were and are always trying to wear new clothes to help the Roblox community see newer releases. Happy New Year! The year is now 2010 and it's a brand new decade for the world and Roblox. Roblox decided, you know what, I'm ready to take a big leap into avatar customization. For starters, in March, Roblox released a Telemon chicken suit, which was an experimental hat that would play these chicken noises every few seconds. Following the release and wild success of the chicken hat, Roblox released a transient harmonica a few months later in August 2010, which would play the sound of a harmonica every few seconds, and yet again this was a wild success. So Roblox tried for a 3rd and 4th time to make a wildly successful sound-related hat. Bright Eyes, who is the former head of customer service at Roblox, released 2 hats named after her in March 2010 and October 2015, respectively. These 2 hats were just simple hats featuring 2 cans of Bloxy Cola on each side with a straw connecting them. This is the sound that it makes. This hat is titled Bright Eyes Bloxy Cola Hat and is the one released in March 2010. The other musically related hat was a retextured version of the Bloxy Cola hat titled Bright Eyes Witch's Brew Cola hat, and was released 2 weeks before Halloween 2015. The way you actually got this hat was by opening the open joyless gift of the status eyes, which would then reveal a Witch's Brew hat. As of April 2024, all but the Witch's Brew hat are still available to obtain. I also just want to mention that Bright Eyes, also known as Christina Shidletsky, is actually married to John Shidletsky, the former creative director at Roblox. On May 14th, 2010, Roblox made a change that would alter the course of avatars forever. For the first time since 2006, Roblox tested and released a completely new bundle, also known as a package at the time. The last time they had tested new bundles was way back in 2006 with these characters, which were created by Mike Rayhawk. The package they released was titled Roblox 2.0, and is currently the third most popular bundle in the world with just over 1 million favorites. While many players were excited for this change and to be able to have more freedom with how their avatar looked, many older players were not happy with the new bundle and said that they felt like online daters were going to use it, or that they just did not like the look of the avatar in general. They liked the old blocky outfit and not this new fancy slim body. According to this forum post from 2015, players were hating on the outfit for the majority of 2010, 2011, and 2012 before they finally came to adapt to it in mid-2014. The comments of this post are just people basically waging war on each other on why they liked and disliked it, which further proves how torn people were on this new body. One of the most notable series of limiteds and avatar items from Roblox was actually starting in 2010. The first Dominus was actually released in January 2010 and was the Dominus Empyreus. It was originally released for the price of 13,337 Robux with only 26 copies in stock. However, as of December 2023, only 16 of these Domini exist. In the following years, Roblox would release 2 Domini every year, with the second one in 2010 being the Dominus Infernus, released in July 2010. There was an exception of this rule for the Dominus Formiculosus, which was the third Dominus released in 2019 for Halloween. All Domini have a Latin description, or at least something Latin in the description, except for 2. The Deadly Dark Dominus, released in 2019 to be awarded to the attendees of the San Diego Comic-Con 2019, and the most recent one, the Dominus Azurite, released in August 2023 through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So far in 2024, Roblox hasn't released a new Dominus yet, as of April 2024. Throughout 2011, Roblox started to stop and back down from adding tons of updates to avatars. They added other features like in-game recording, releasing brand new GUIs, and making an actual television commercial. But of course, Roblox wanted a way for people to test their website and see if it was worth their time, kind of like a trial. So for the first time in 2 years, Roblox implemented a whole new update to guests. For the first few months of their existence, guests look like this. A plain, noob avatar, iconic yet lacking character. Then we got this guy. He's cool with his Roblox t-shirt and his cool cap, but it could really be whatever hat the Roblox staff team wanted. Roblox guests would commonly wear popular items from the Roblox marketplace, such as the radical orange helmet, the straw hat, or the Arctic hood, and it was like this from around 2009 to 2011. However, on April 5th, 2011, Roblox decided to revamp the whole guest system and turn the one regular guest into 3 different guests. Thanks to this old remainings video from 2016, we can see these 3 new avatars. First is a very default gray torso with black arms and legs and a white head, a very standard normal guest. Next we have the 2 avatars that you could receive if you chose a gender. First is this guy, known to the community as Billy Bloxer, who we saw earlier and just features a Roblox shirt with a baseball cap. Next is Betty Bloxer, who is sporting that Roblox t-shirt and that pink-tastic hair. These 3 iterations of the Roblox guest lasted all the way until July 2016, with this remaining video actually being one of the last videos of these kinds of guests on Roblox. This is all I really wanted to say about guests, and you won't see much of them until 2016, but it was just a really iconic avatar that I wanted to talk about, so yeah. Outside of the changing of guests for the first time in 2 years, not much happened with avatars for the rest of 2011. So let's talk about some famous hats and shirts from this time. For starters, the absolutely without a doubt iconic Dominus Phrygius went on sale in March before going limited. The Dominus Mesor followed suit, going public in October, then going limited. The Evil Duck was released in March of 2011 and was a huge hit. The Blue Banded Hat was also released in this time frame, as well as tons of other accessories like the red Roblox cap, the Robling, and the Palace of Fine Arts! I could go on forever, but we only have so much time, so let's move on to our next and potentially worst year. The start of 2012 was a very standard and nice year for Roblox. Roblox was able to optimize Roblox Studio for Mac, they tried out the new dynamic lighting and released it, and you can also now insert a video as one of your game's thumbnails. But then something absolutely unthinkable happened. On the end of the day on April 1st, 2012, many Roblox users noticed strange banners on the Roblox homepage. Why do they all say stuff like, "I'm the annoying orange banner," "ah ha 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 ha," or "No, tomato is always best silly orange"? Many Roblox players were like, "Oh, it's April Fool's Day and Roblox is putting up funny banners on the website. Cool, haha," and they went on with their day. But what they didn't know is that one of the largest Roblox hacks was taking place behind the scenes. What had happened was that Elernate, a frequent Roblox hacker in the past, along with Caleb244 and iTrap, successfully infiltrated the admin panel using a Roblox test site. Using Roblox's test site 3, the three hackers were able to make an account on the test site with the name of a Roblox administrator, Iltalumi, which he then copied the .roblo security cookie of. This allowed him to access the real admin panel on the real Roblox website. The full hack occurred for a few hours in the evening. During this hack, things like vulgar forum posts were made, popular Roblox accounts were given millions of Robux, and the hackers released lots of unreleased avatar items onto the catalog. Not to mention that they even made 2 of their own and put them for sale. We're going to be taking a look at these 2 faces, as well as tons of other previously unreleased material that was published. The first face we're going to look at is simply called the C: face, and is the most popular item from the hacking. It just gives you that weird vibe when you're looking at it. The only person ever to obtain this face was Stickmaster Luke, the creator of Natural Disaster Survival, on the day of the hacking. Anyone else who attempted to buy this face would receive an error message. They published 2 copies of the C: face before making a different face. And this little guy is called the Hi Guys Derp face. I don't really know too much about this face and who made it and who obtained it, but I do recognize Microsoft Paint when I see it. Besides these 3 copies of crudely drawn faces, at least 100 unreleased Roblox avatar items were published to the website. The hackers also changed many of the prices of these items from absurd amounts like 100,000 Robux to like 5. They also decided to change a lot of the prices of these items to 666 Robux. They also changed the prices of tons of hats that had already been released to the price of 1 Tix. For context, that's like half a Robux. Little to no people bought these hacked items as Roblox took almost immediate action. After these incidents, Roblox took the site down for a few hours and cleared everything up, however not before poison banning Elernate and regularly banning Caleb244 and iTrapped. As for the rest of 2012, Roblox had one more trick up their sleeve. In July, they released Robloxian 3.0 packages, more commonly known as the Man and Woman packages. Like the Robloxian 2.0 release, many users were quick to criticize how the bodies resembled Lego characters. They claimed that things like shirts and t-shirts didn't fit on these new avatars and that it looked stretched out and distorted. And, as iconic as you want it to be, many players at first hated the new man face because it looked inhuman. This guy is literally the most manly face I have ever seen. However, Roblox made a great effort to push these out to newer users, as in 2016, they made it so every new Roblox account got a copy of these in their inventory. This body type is now the most popular among Roblox body packages, surpassing 1.0 and 2.0 combined. This was the last large update for 2012, so let's move on to 2013 didn't see much happen with avatars. One notable thing that did happen in the first few months of 2013 was the unfortunate passing of Roblox co-founder Eric Castle. Eric lost his battle to cancer on February 11th, 2013 at the age of 45. Many people made tribute videos on YouTube, and the iconic hat that Eric wore, known as the well-worn hat, was renamed to Eric Castle's hat the day after his passing. A couple days after his passing, Roblox staff released a t-shirt that said "Eric is my hero," which racked up almost 2,000 purchases in the first day. The t-shirt currently stands at over 56,000 favorites. After the insanely large number of purchases of these 2 items, over 1,000 people gathered at a game called Eric Castle Memorial on February 15th, 2013 to mourn the loss of Eric. The game is now completely gone due to someone purging it with the stamper tool, but it's a cool reminder of all these players coming together to remember Eric. Rest in peace, Eric Castle, December 16th, 1967 to February 11th, 2013. The other important avatar-related thing that happened in 2013 was the floor price change in September. For those who don't know, a floor price is basically a minimum price, and you can't go below it no matter what. Roblox implemented a floor price of 10 Robux for t-shirts and 25 for shirts and pants. This received a lot of criticism, as before the floor price was 1 for shirts and pants and free for t-shirts. Due to how much criticism this received, making creators think people weren't going to buy their shirts, Roblox changed the floor price in April 2016 to 5 for shirts and pants and 2 for t-shirts. In a list compiled of the most purchased items from 2013, I found something interesting. The most purchased was still Robloxian 2.0, which was released all the way back in 2010, yet still almost 4 years later, it was still number 1. Other popular items commonly purchased were promotional items, such as the Minion goggles, as well as the Hot Wheels related merchandise. Another thing that I saw that surprised me was how many Roblox related items were purchased. There were lots of Roblox hats that were on this list that were in the top 10 most purchased. I guess people just love repping that fire Roblox merch. Unfortunately, 2013 saw the release of one of the most hated bundles of all time. On December 26th, Roblox released the infamous Roblox Death Speaker. If you don't know what that is, well... yeah, you get the gist. This tiny little microscopic leg that costs 17,000 Robux is the whole reason that this bundle gets sales in the first place. At first, many people just bought this package to be used in the right way and actually wore the full outfit. It was around 2019 or 2020 that this whole slender trend started, and of course the most common item they wore, besides the Stitch face, was of course this stupid little leg that cost $212 US. That could buy food for a family for a week. Wait, no, that's just like one Costco trip in this day and age. But the fact that one of the most sought after items in Roblox is an 11-year-old leg that's so tiny yet so expensive says a lot about Roblox, the company, as well as the player base. The other crazy popular item in Roblox history that was released in 2013 was the Headless Horseman, which had its first monthly release between October and November of 2013. It's currently the most expensive bundle in Roblox history with a price of $31,000 to commemorate the fact that it's released for Halloween, October 31st. Each year since then, the Headless Horseman has been put up for sale for 31,000 Robux between early October and early November. 2014 was yet again just another year of avatars for Roblox. So instead of taking a look at updates, let's take a look at something a little more dark. One item that I mentioned way back near the start of the video was an infamous Roblox head called Bigger Head. This hat was just a scaled up version of a regular Roblox head, but red. For the first few years of its existence, mainly 2007 to 2010, this head was recognized as being one of the most iconic items of Roblox's history. But around 2010, something changed, and a whole different group of people made the hat well known in the worst way possible. It was around this time on YouTube that Roblox animations started to get very popular. A very popular animator named Awesome Robloxians, also known as Mr. Obvious, sprung into the animation scene. Within 2 years of his work, he gained 2 Bloxies for his animations and his fans adored him. Within a few years, he gained around 6,000 subscribers and was a huge figure in the Roblox community. But around June 2017, YouTuber Ruben Sim posted a video to his channel detailing how Mr. Obvious was a pedophile and how he had groomed at least 3 underage minors for the past few years. It was at this time that this avatar item, along with several other avatar items' reputations, were ruined. These hats included ones such as various top-handed bats from pedos like Notive, and the Happy Magic Time flower hat that Kaneko Kitten used to wear. It's sad to see these once famous Roblox's hats' reputations ruined all by some people who should definitely not be on this platform to begin with. Outside of all the stuff that occurred with these types of people in 2014, let's take a look at popular avatars. Looking at these 2 photo comparisons I found on the Roblox subreddit, you can see that popular avatar items include Rockstar with side-swept bangs, variants of swords being on players' backs, the iconic beautiful hair for beautiful people, the paper hat, the astronaut helmet, and of course, chicken. Other popular items, or now iconic items that were released were the work clock shades and headphones, the Dominus Astra, the purple ice crown, and last but not least, the Doge hat, because this was 2014. 2015 brought a whole new era of avatars. First, I want to mention how avatars had evolved in the past 5 years. Looking at these 2 comparisons, I feel like avatars back then had a really cool vibe. They all looked like they blended in well with each other, and they all had some sort of like matching item. They all had happy faces and realistic clothing, and I personally believe that this was the golden era of Roblox avatars, compared to the shithole that we have today. These avatars had so much charm and personality, and they just look so cool. The common items that we can see in these photos are ones like the koala hat, the whipped cream hat, and the beautiful hair for purple people. These are some of the most iconic hats on Roblox to this day. Other items that are now considered iconic that were published around this time are the Dominus Rex, which I think is one of the most recognizable Dominuses, the Golden Suit of Bling Squared, which you can find in every single thumbnail from 2017, as well as the Bird Says, a promotional shoulder accessory popular in later years. It was through these years of mainly 2014 to 2018 that you could see Roblox actually putting in so much effort to these avatars and really caring about their players. As well as Roblox themselves, the Roblox community began to adapt more to these newer avatar styles that Roblox was trying to push out to the community. Roblox users mainly began to wear these new avatar styles while still keeping that nostalgic 2009 feel, which brings me to 2016 brought a lot of updates and additions to mainly packages. First off, the two iconic Xbox avatars, known as Claire and John respectively, were released in 2016. These are arguably two of the most iconic bundles, and you can see some of these little critters roaming around to this day. The John bundle has a whopping 4.8 million favorites, making it one of the most favorited bundles on Roblox. The two other popular bundles of this year are the Roblox Boy and the Roblox Girl, also known as Robloxian 4.0. Both of these bundles were published on March 12, 2016 and are free to this day. Many Roblox users do note how similar these look to the 2.0 bodies. You may have noticed that these avatar bundles have been starting to change, and that was due to a major avatar update, quite possibly the largest ever. In January 2016, Roblox announced their plan to release a new avatar type titled Avatar 2.0. This announcement received some of the most hated feedback ever. Thousands of players and developers openly criticized Roblox on social media. Later, in February, Roblox conceived the idea of R15. R15 was a new type of avatar that was revolutionary for Roblox. Instead of the previous 6 joints that the R6 model featured, the R15 model featured 15 joints, which allowed for a more realistic feel to all the aspects of using an avatar. Roblox teased the release of R15 for many months until it was finally released to the public on September 29, 2016. While I personally think this was a great move for Roblox, many were quick to criticize Roblox. Tons of users claimed that the way that these avatars walked and the way their joints moved was awkward and ugly, and that it did not suit Roblox well. The thing was that R15 was completely optional. Unless you were playing a game that forced R15, you could still be either R15 or R6. I mentioned way earlier in the video about an item that you could purchase using a currency called Tix. Tix was a Roblox currency that was released on August 2, 2007, around 4 months after the release of Robux. Tix conversion rate was a 2-to-1 ratio, so for example, if you had 400 Tix, that was equal to 200 Robux. Tix were earned in multiple ways, including login bonuses, place visits, and currency exchange. When Tix were announced to be removed in March 2016, Roblox hosted an event where Tix retextured items were released from March 15th to April 13th to commemorate the last days of Tix. Ranging from most expensive to least expensive, items like the Dominus Potassium and the Tix Domino were released during Tixapalooza, sort of as a solemn farewell to one of Roblox's most iconic aspects. 2017 is a very big year for Roblox. For one, I joined Roblox in November of 2017, and from this point, I'll be giving you guys a more first-hand experience on Roblox avatars. Second, due to the newly released R15, brand new animation packages were released on January 19th, 2017, with 6 animation packs, the Cartoony, Levitation, Robot, Stylish, Superhero, and Zombie packs being released on this date. For the rest of 2017, a total of 16 animation packs were released on Roblox, allowing for players to customize the way that their avatars walked for the first time ever. On October 2nd, 2017, guests were removed from the PC version of Roblox. This was after a June 2017 update that only allowed guests to play 20 different Roblox games over a month's time period before they had to make a Roblox account. This was coincidentally the last day of my guest time period, so I didn't notice that guests had actually been removed. Roblox users criticized Roblox heavily, claiming that they were greedy to remove guests to get more users on the platform to sign up, including me. When a bug allowed guests to continue playing on November 4th, I immediately jumped at this chance and played all that day. When they were removed again later that day, I finally caved in, and that's what led me to making the unsectar account on November 4th, 2017. The last thing about my avatar that I want to mention in 2017 is this little guy. This was a companion for the Coco event on Roblox, which was like a Dante model that would follow you around in certain games with gears enabled. And I just remember fondly seeing so many of these around the place in 2017 and 2018. To talk about the year 2018, I got my friend GAGGLEDWARF, also known as Mason, to explain what occurred with avatars in the year of 2018.
2018 is an era of Roblox that many remember fondly. First off, the fire and water Adidas trend started to blow up, and this is arguably one of the most popular avatar items of 2018. Other items from 2018 that are famous are items like the Violet Valkyrie, the Dominus Veneri, and the Dominus Claves. Looking at this comparison of popular or common avatars from 2018, there are some things abundantly clear. First, we can start to see an example of more meme avatars compared to the more realistic looking ones of the past years. Other popular items include ones used in the bear face mask, the holiday crown, and of course, the water and fire Adidas shirt. It was around this time many believed that avatars peaked. They were still at their happy, fun-loving, and energetic state. Before we move on to 2020 and beyond, on October 23rd, Roblox released 2 packages, but these were any normal packages. If you haven't guessed, this was the update that added Arthur, arguably one of the most hated updates ever. Roblox released the Arthur animation package as well as the Knights of Red Cliff Paladin bundle, which contains this little guy, which is for some reason one of the most common faces among newer players. Arthur received so much criticism as players believed that Arthur would encourage online dating. Many of these longtime players were concerned that Arthur would replace the current R6 and R15 characters, which it clearly did not. Me personally, I really did not like these avatars from the get-go, and I feel like they don't represent the blocky feel that Roblox was going for in the first place. I think that Roblox also shouldn't be so persistent on pushing these avatars out to the public, as they made multiple public announcements that benefit Arthur and seem to kind of be pushing away R6 and R15. Almost 6 years after Arthur was released, the hate for it has not died down, and you rarely see anyone use them in-game anyway.
In 2019, Roblox did not see much progression, as this was mostly an in-between year for avatars. However, there was one major thing that did start that has also been considered one of the most trashiest aspects of Roblox. It was around August 2019 that Roblox started rolling out UGC, or user-generated content, to select users. If you've been living under a rock, UGC is a system where approved users are able to make 3D clothing to put on the Roblox marketplace. Many YouTubers and users commonly criticize how many UGC creators commonly copy popular Roblox items of the time using cheap, obvious copies at a much lower price. Take this copy of the Dominus Empyreus, a 600 million Robux item. By combining these 3 seemingly random items, you get a Walmart version of one of the most valuable items on Roblox. There are hundreds of these clones, along with tons of channels that commonly promote these fake items. These are just a few of the problems wrong with UGC, among other things like untrustworthy people, broken clothes, and a whole plethora of problems. 2019 was also the last year we have of these iconic avatars, the one that had either the holiday crown or the paper hat as their head, the bare-faced mask on their face, and some sort of company or comparison related t-shirt. Such a great blend of famous items on Roblox is what made this era so fun and nostalgic, especially for me. But unfortunately, all good things come to an end. 2020 is where most avatars turn into sort of memes. Many avatars of the era from 2020 to present day were more creative, but sometimes the creativity was just cringy or just annoying. Although it was around this time that Roblox started to release some pretty popular packages. For one, they released a Junkbot bundle in January of 2020, which you might recognize as a common avatar from around 2 years ago. This avatar was very common to see in popular games, mainly as players doing a raid. One such raid occurred in November 2020 when popular Roblox YouTuber Flamingo raided the popular game The Hood using 240,000 junk bots. That is the same population as Reno, Nevada. This was during the Lil Nas X Roblox concert event, and teleporting 240,000 people from one game to another, which was a Roblox world record at the time, completely broke multiple aspects for Roblox. It specifically broke the avatar customizer, and the avatar customizer was broken for the rest of the day, resulting in hundreds of thousands of users being stuck as junk boxes. This caused the Roblox API to slow down, and the entire Lil Nas X event was broken for a bit. The Junkbot bundle, which is not a bundle you get when you make a new account, has been purchased a whopping 35 million times. Also in Flamingo's video, there was a notable use of the chill face paired with the Arthur Slenderhead. This was a common avatar seen throughout the community at the end of 2019 and the start of 2020. We can see lots of these examples in Flamingo's old avatars, such as the Scooby-Doo, Jester, and Minion 2 outfits. Many outfits and avatars began to follow suit of popular Roblox YouTubers at the time, like Flamingo, Poke, and Dennis. In 2021, as well as avatars becoming more like memes, they started to have a theme. Looking at this little comparison of avatars from 2020 to 2024, you can see lots of avatars that have themes. Down here we have the unfortunate situation of Slenders, which are a combination of Stitch-faced, released in 2009, the insanely tall slender avatar that you can achieve with Arthro, and some sort of like emo-like dark clothing, along with usually rough looking hair and usually a chain or something like that. You can spot these specimen roaming around voice chat games, faking their deep voices to pick up a fellow slender. They are widely considered the most hated type of avatars on Roblox these days, and I completely agree. I feel like this group of avatars changed Roblox for the worse, and it's now more about behavior rather than looks. They're also just really annoying. One series that did start in 2021 that is really cool is the Crown of O's series. These crowns are a series of crowns that developers can be awarded if they reach a certain amount of visits 3 months in a row. I actually own the Golden Crown of O's and the Bombastic Crown of O's. I'm actually wearing the Golden Crown of O's on my avatar right now. The Golden Crown of O's was given out to tons of small developers that were only getting a few hundred visits, and I personally think that this was a really cool update. One thing that I agree on with many people is how corporate Roblox has gotten. Roblox hasn't had an event like the Egg Hunt since 2019. All their events now are more corporate, such as concerts of bands, brand-related advertisements, and less events involving the community. While many people hate it, there are two sides to the story. On one hand, as Roblox gets bigger and bigger, more companies want to sponsor it to get the new generation to remember those brands that they saw when they were young on Roblox. On the other hand, the community doesn't want these huge brands coming in and stealing the show, and they want old-fashioned fun Roblox events. Now, most officially released Roblox items are mostly event-related items consisting of brands. The only notable thing that happened with avatars in 2022 was the release of dynamic heads. As Roblox was starting to test out their new microphone and camera features, Roblox released the top 12 most popular Roblox heads as dynamic heads in June 2022. These faces have movable eyes, eyebrows, and mouths. Reception to these at the start was pretty chill, as users thought it would be really cool to be able to move different aspects of their face using this new camera feature, but things were about to change. In 2023, Roblox started to step back from excessively pumping out new avatar items. They published 2 new Domini in August 2023 due to requests from children at the Make-A-Wish Foundation. These are the last 2 Domini that have been released as of recent, but maybe we'll see 2 more in 2024. Who knows? Second off, Roblox published 16 more dynamic heads to the marketplace. People were loving this addition of new dynamic heads, but on July 26, 2023, Roblox provided 90% of the faces that were on sale and swapped them out for their dynamic head counterpart. This caused a major uproar in the Roblox community. While people who had bought the faces previously could still equip them, you weren't able to buy the old classic faces, and any face that you did have that had a dynamic head counterpart was placed into your inventory. Along with this addition, a new default avatar was created, with nothing changing from the man and woman packages except for the Stevie standard and woman face being used instead of the regular counterparts. In November 2023, a glitch occurred that would have cost Roblox millions of dollars. I mentioned the Headless Horseman, which was a bundle that would go on sale from October to November of every year for 31,000 Robux earlier in the video. On November 15th, 2023, 14 days after it had been privated for the year, the Headless Horseman was published back onto the marketplace for free for an unknown reason. The Headless Horseman was free for around 25 minutes and I was actually able to get it for myself, and oh my god, it actually looks so fire. Roblox promptly rolled back all users who purchased the Horseman in that time frame. If Roblox hadn't done anything about that, Roblox would have lost an estimated 310 million Robux, or 3.87 million US dollars. As this video was filmed and curated at the beginning of 2024, there have not been any major updates made to Roblox avatars yet. That doesn't mean there won't be something big, but as of now, nothing interesting has happened. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry that it took like a month and a half longer to make, but I hope it was all worth it. I'll see you guys in June for my biggest project yet. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!